guys,
Hi.
welcome to our new video on UISP podcast. Today, myself and Miloš, we are bringing you a new guest as we had promised. This is our aim to actually bring you new guests every week because we want to share the life experiences and what they have to tell to people who stammer. And this week we have a very special guest. But before I speak to you on her, who she is, how are you, Miloš?
Well, I am doing fine, and
Okay.
I am very pleased that we have Chirali as our next guest, and she is really a good moderator herself. So if we stuck, I'm sure that she's here. So yeah,
Absolutely. Nice. So guys, as Miloš mentioned, the guest today is very special, Chirali. Now, who is she? Chirali is a moderator for the Stamurai application. I hope that most of you would have heard about that. So basically, just to give you a short background, Stamurai is a channel or a website which actually helps people who are facing this issue of stuttering or stammering to become fluent again. And Chirali is volunteering and is actually helping to
she's
moderate
our.
sessions.
I must say one thing.
Right.
She is the most loyal subscriber that we have right now, and we are
Absolutely.
very thankful. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Chirali is right now studying law. She has different hobbies like singing, playing guitar, and yes, we will make her play her guitar today for all of you guys. And she reads. I think that is a very important aspect that she reads books.
Yeah.
She met Stamurai and she met all of us around 5 or 6 months ago. But then a bond that she has created with all the people whom she has met, to the people I refer to the people who stammer, uh, has been really awesome. And whatever I have seen of her, to be very honest, uh, I have learned a lot of things from her. So, which I will be speaking to you in this video. And then, yeah, she's a great motivator. And the best
Yes.
thing
Yes,
about
she's.
her is that she smiles. She just keeps on smiling, which is a very important aspect to learn from her for all of us. So,
Yes,
before we,
I do believe that the most uncomfortable situations can be resolved with a smile.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Chirali, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you? How's your weekend going on over there?
It just
So far, so good.
began for me. It just began for me, and I'm really happy that it just began right now. So I have the whole of Saturday left, and then yeah, I do have So I'm like happy.
Sunday, like we'll have a blast one of things going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Miloš?
Yeah, well, most of my Saturday is already done. Uh, but
Okay.
yeah, I am still enjoying it, and it's nice sunny weather. It's no longer cloudy here in Serbia. I hope it stays
Okay.
like that until the end of the September. But Chirali, how is the weather there?
Oh God, it's too much hard to bear upon,
Oh,
and
really?
it's yeah, it's like you can eat ice creams all day, guys. or be in the cold water. Have cold water
Uh-huh.
washes every time and every half an hour. So yeah, that's how the weather going. Thank you so much for such a flattering introduction you people gave me. Yes,
I
I am a reader, and I think smile is one thing which can really make uncomfortable situation
Exactly.
comfortable for everyone. And you should carry smile every day. You don't know what moment you face next. So
Yes,
yeah,
I think that most of the Indian people I met were very smiling, and except Havandeep, he's sometimes depressed, but it's fine. Yeah. So
he's unique piece Indian.
yeah.
am not depressed. I am just serious. I am just like I just want to have this done. Yeah.
You are a
Yes,
bit
of
too
course,
serious. You are
of
a bit too
course.
serious.
So basically we as is the norm in this channel, before we start to ask you regarding your own life, we will ask you what the last guest here has asked about you, or what she wants to know from you. So last time we had a guest, Nina G, and I think that all of you can watch her video, and I think you will all be really motivated to know her life story also.
Yeah,
So
we have just a second. We have also released the video with the time stamps, so you can do a quick
enjoy it basically.
rewind, yeah, basically to the part that you hunt as well. So
Yes, and then we want gender balance. Yeah, so basically we have got you today again. So the question that Nina ji had actually asked was that uh, have you met women who stammer? Number one, and what is the difference, or what is the that one special thing that you see in them if you try to compare a girl who stammers and a boy? Because Nina ji mentioned that uh, in every four people, the girls who will stammer will be one, so their ratio is even lesser.
yes.
So yeah.
I do have met the woman who stammers very much, and the special thing which I have noticed in them is boys tend to have so much consciously, put their role while they stammer. They'll be too much conscious. They'll be too much focused that I stammer at this point. I stammer at that point. I had blockages at this point. But women don't tend to, because their focus keeps shifting. And that is the biggest thing and the biggest motivation you guys can even have. If you won't be conscious about something and you'll be judgment free, so you will be able to open up very much easily. And the second thing which I have best noticed is that, some, like, especially in India, some rural places and urban places, people don't know what stammering is. So
Hmm.
you can hide it very well. People think that they take their time to speak. So it shows your confidence and boldness together. So
Yeah.
women at the higher position, even stammers over here, I have seen people stammering, but they are working in their life confidently and so much boldly that you get inspired with them every day. So that is my answer to your question. And regarding the ratio of being 4 is to 1, it is because most of the problem in stammering is psychological, I guess. You guys face some traumas starting during the childhood, and when you get some responsibilities over the shoulder, the pressure you guys have, it's too much big. So I guess that plays a very big role in our life. that how you can be a little bit stress-free, live every moment of your life, capture those small moments and notice them. So that's how you can make your life better.
Yeah, well, I can add on top of that, I think it's a perfect opportunity to spread a little bit awareness now, because no one, even from doctors, know the exact cause. What what triggers stammering itself in one person? We all may have different causes. But Chirali, I really want to know, how did you got upon Stamurai, the app itself, and why did you uh, decide to apply there?
Okay. So, like, I have been free since, past 1 year. Like, I was with Manchester-based company working as a legal advisor over there. And my sister was a moderator herself before me. And she used to share me a lot of experiences and things. And one day suddenly, like I used to, I am a early bird, so I wake up early, and I was sitting with her session, and I heard guys speaking. So one thought which stuck on my mind that time was that, even I do fumble, even I do stammers. It's nothing new. Why do people think that it is a big flaw and
Exact.
everything? What is the
Mhm.
reason for that? And when the position got vacant and I applied and I had everything. So first day when it was my turn to go on, I was so much camera conscious. For 15 minutes, I was legit shivering. How would I greet people? How would I meet them? What would I say to them and everything? And they were missing even their previous moderator and everything. So I was a bit conscious upon myself. But the cooperation which I have got with them, the bond which I have made with them, we have fun in between the session. We'll talk, we'll have our own funs and everything. So the bond we have made, actually, they motivate me every day to study.
Yes,
The way they inspire me, next
and I
level.
and I do remember the session that I had when you were a moderator, and I just told Pavan that you were the most, the humblest, and the pleasant moderator, let's say, besides Hyde, uh, which I think that he works there as well. But uh, I really enjoyed that session. Yeah.
It's your guys' cooperation which makes the session better when you talk with me. I don't like monologuous talks. I want people interacting with me, putting their cameras on. They'll have a good role play with me. We'll have a good debate discussions. Though we fight a lot on that, but it's totally fine for me. And when in the starting, I knew no one, but when you give introduction in the starting, it was so shocking for me. Most of the participants are from the science field, and science was
Yeah.
never my cup of tea. And they all excel in their fields, all like doctors, officers, scientists. I think I have no one left from the science field, truly telling you. And everyone is excelling in their own field, being determined, disciplined to join every day. So that's what makes me even motivate and inspiration from you guys. I get to learn every day something new. Like meeting people all over from the world with different uniqueness is something, that makes you bond together. We even have people from Pakistan and everything. So it's such a great journey for me. I didn't got to know that how these 6 months flew with them. Like it's like
Hmm.
it's been everyday thing that, first smiling moment of my day would be taking session. Like I have tradition of asking everyone what was their smiling moment in the day, but it's for me, it's them who will make me laugh, who will make me, have all the jokes like while they are creating stories and the creative stories I have heard. Oh my God. Next
That
level.
is that is the positivity that we need. Okay, Pavandip.
Yeah, I think that even especially for me, whenever so for me in US, like for you in India, when you join, it's like morning time, I think 6 a.m. But for me, in US, like it's uh, like at the very end of the day. So, but yeah, it's always good to meet you in those calls because you are always bubbly. You're always asking us questions, which is good. I am like I'm tired right now, but you are like, how are you, Pawandeep? Yeah. So, so you mentioned that that like you are studying law. How did your life journey begin? If you can just explain that in short, and like who are there in your family, and what has been their role in your life so far, and then why have you chosen the profession of becoming a lawyer?
Okay, so I don't want to be a lawyer. I am aspiring to be a judge. I will be giving judiciary papers. And whole my family belongs to business field. Let me tell you guys, I have 8 Cs and my home, two doctors, few interior designing, and like that much has been the one. I would be a first generational lawyer at my home. So the inspiration which I have got was from my neighbor. He's an high court judge, and when he became, I was in just seventh or eighth class that time, and I saw salute which they are given before they left for the court. So the salute made me so much inspired that after that any field, if I try to explore even, I'll come back and stuck at lawyer. Like I don't know why, because people say my debating skills are very good. I fight very well. No one can beat me in arguments. And
Yeah,
and
like I had just a little digression. I had met a lawyer here. We had like an apartment building meeting, and the lawyer came to represent one of the people that is also living here. And she was so built up with facts. I will tell them that like you couldn't vote against against her, you know. So yeah.
so it does happen with me every time. Okay. So, like my family, when I told them first, especially my grandpa
Hmm.
and my father, so they were like, do you really want to do this? You will become Judge Sahib and we have to call you Judge Sahib. And I was like, yes, Papa, I want to do this itself. So I started with my journey over there. I gave 8 competitive papers in law, cleared them all, got like didn't got my dream college due to some reasons, but went to study to Bangalore and due to some health issues came back. So in between the journey has been little up and down due to my health issues and everything. And I would say that my family has been my biggest backbone and anchor. Without them, I have nothing. My father is my biggest role model to how to live a life, how to be kind, how to be humble in every sense. And my brother, who is currently in US, he works for Intel and everything. He's there since 4 years, and he will scold me for every little to longest reason, and he'll be proud of me on every small to biggest achievement. He's the one who would like be like, Chirali, you can do it. Just keep playing guitar because while learning guitar also, I wanted to stop my journey in mid. It gets a bit difficult to play in mid. So I have a tendency that I don't have patience. And the
Okay.
patience and the determination, which I have learned, is like from you guys. The way determined everyone is without any timings. Like I have people who join morning 1 o'clock at night and they wait
Yeah.
every time for my session. That's such a big thing for me. Even if I'm traveling or even if I'm not well, I'll be always smiling when I'm greet them. People can't get to know that I'm down today or I'm not well. Even in recently, I got to trip in the morning 4 o'clock and I took a session morning 6 o'clock. So I don't let people know that I have something going on my mind. I'll be like, let's be motivation for them. Let's be smiling for them. Because sometimes when I smile, people say me that, we speak more comfortably. So I like, there is
Yeah.
nothing wrong in smiling. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it started.
And you, Chirali, just raised good point here. Like people don't usually understand how many determination does it need to exercise your speech and defeat us stammer for that day, like going day in and day out, you know. So my just question for you: did you maybe try to change your job and maybe start being a speech therapist? Because the one thing that I can tell you that all the good speech therapists that I had were very positive people, and they would need to be too, because they need to lift us up, you know. So did you maybe did that thought maybe um, did it came up?
Okay, so one of the sessions, me and Pawandeep were just having word, and he told me that you can try for PhD in speech therapist and you can come to US for that. That time I especially did had a thought. In the starting, I usually used to have thought that I'm too much chirpy for you guys. I should not be speaking this much. But I don't know when and how everyone got so much comfortable. If I'm not speaking, people would say, "Why are you so down moderator today?" So, I always have to be one who will be ready to greet them in every situation. So they'll be waiting for me to greet and have a word with me at last. People after the session, sometimes my session goes till 8, 8:10, 8:30. They'll come with me and discuss their life problems, and I'll be the one motivating them. Like recently,
Mm-hmm.
someone had a job interview problems. So he was like, no one would be accepting me. How would I go over there? I was like, don't let these negative thoughts sit into your subconscious mind because I can feel you guys. I have gotten bullied a lot upon my body. So there was this time when I had suicidal thoughts. Even I didn't saw myself in the mirror for 4 years. So I got so much camera conscious of it that it took me time to come out of it. But when I came out of it, the first regret which I had in my mind was that I missed my small moments just because of the society. I could have enjoyed those. It's not important every time you have to be perfect. And God has given everyone a unique personality, everyone a unique, talents. I guess
Yeah.
everyone have hidden talents. One of you would be good in singing. Pawandeep is for sure is good in cooking. Miloš,
Yeah,
whenever you are starting your
he
own vlogs,
started he started his own YouTube channel. He tries to be more famous there.
yeah,
Unblock
yeah.
Your Stutter Podcast channel. So yeah,
We are waiting for more
I
fun
have
videos.
little bit teasing him.
Yeah, you need to meet him. So,
No,
like
guys.
everyone has.
I think that I the only reason that I have begun my own channel also, which is Desi Scientist Vlogs. So please like, share, and subscribe. But yeah,
Again, advertising over here.
But I must tell that for the each of the commercial here you have to pay, you know. So
come on. Free of charge.
Manav, that is the best thing.
But yeah, I think the only reason that I have begun that channel also is to share whatever knowledge I have. Like till now, I have just begun that channel, and then I will be bringing some great guests, some scientists, some faculty people, some people from different fields also. So I just want to make people learn from their life. So yeah, but yeah, Chirali,
Yes.
you mentioned that even you have been facing challenges in your life. I don't want to go there right now, but one thing that I want to ask you from that is that uh, uh, apart from learning that yes, you have to be happy in different moments, even those small happy moments have to be enjoyed. But apart from that, what main aspect have you learned from it? And what similarities do you see with people who stammer with your life challenges?
Okay. So we are, tend to run in the race of being perfect.
exactly.
And like we don't
Exactly.
want to, like
Exactly.
people point us out that you are this way wrong, you are this way wrong. But we forget when we pointing someone else at the fingers,
You know,
three
I
fingers
need
are
to say
pointing
that,
towards you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
So
yeah, it's like, who the fuck are you? Fuck off.
that
Seriously.
that's what but it's somewhere or the other sometimes make us so conscious that it hurts us very badly. Like it would hit us at any moment and we will have a breakdown. Because
Yes,
of
and
this reason only, people get so much camera conscious, so much, unsocializing that they don't want to meet people. They think that they'll be judged or everything. The biggest lesson I have ever learned in my life till now is people, love gossips, no doubt. But it would only interest them for legit 10 seconds. We
yes,
see reels of 1 minute, right, guys? And if that reel is not making us interested in 10 seconds of span, we leave it. So people
just for
just
them,
use, yeah,
just
people
for them
just,
not to think about their own
Yes,
uh, problems, right?
correct,
yeah,
correct.
And
flaws and
here
problems.
one thing, one story I have to share. My first girlfriend, she also had a timer as well, and she told me a story that when she was at a speech therapist, she said that he said to her that you people with a stammer are basically more normal than the other people because it is going from you, the tension, you know. A lot of people hide their tension and so on, but it is going from us, you know. So yeah.
Guys,
So
guys,
that's
Milos,
how.
Milos remembers her first boyfriend all the time, okay? All the
Yeah,
time.
I get two. So there is no much going back, you know. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes.
So let's
Chirali?
come back to the topic. If we are
Yeah,
done
Chirali.
remembering our past.
Yes.
So The best thing I have learned from it is that your life remote control is in your hand. People would come, speak shit, try to pull you down, but it's you who have to accept your flaws and flaunt it like anyone else. So that the other get jealous that how can someone be this much comfortable with yourself? The day you start loving yourself, there's no moving back, there's no seeing back. Let people speak shit about you. There would be in the hundred of audience, there would be always 10 to 30 people who won't like you, but still see the majority. There are still 70 who are proud of you, who are cheering for you. So see those faces besides seeing the negative side. If we
But
keep looking for the negative side and keep running for perfectness, we can't enjoy life ever.
Yeah.
yes, but I have to, I have to, I think that most people do love themselves, but sometimes they do love themselves at the expense of the other people as well, you know? So I think that if you love yourself, you would love yourself to that extension where it will not hurt the other people, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that what she wants to say is that basically people who are facing some challenges in their life, be it stammering or like elsewhere, what happens is that over a period of time, their level of self-confidence goes down a lot, and
yes,
then they actually start to then question like their own selves. So I
yes, I
think,
do,
yeah,
I
that
I
is where
do
I think generally, yeah,
I do agree with that totally, but
yeah,
my point was maybe a little bit more beyond that. Just
hmm
many people think that if you have a stammer or something like that, that means that you don't love yourself. So I'm just telling that most of the people love themselves, but
hmm
some of them love themselves even more than they should, let's say like
okay,
that. So
yeah,
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 Everything should be in limit, you know. When something
exactly,
crosses limit and crosses are beyond, we are entering some other territories and we are hurting
exactly,
people
Chirrai.
beyond that. So
absolutely.
you should take care of that thing.
Okay,
And
so
like thing goes like this. It's fine. Like people can have different perspective and everything. So yeah, you learn from your mistake.
Exactly, exactly.
I think now I think we have shared some aspects of your life. Uh, to now I think we need to go to the more specifics. So regarding stammering, you have been meeting so many people from different parts of the world, Asia, Europe, Africa, US, right? You also would have learned from them, right? Uh, what aspects have you learned from them, and what aspects do you want people who stammer to learn to actually improve their stammering? I'm not talking about a method or a technique. I'm talking about a psychological aspect.
Okay. So as you told that I have met people from all around the world. Okay, and they have been great, great inspiration for me in patience, in learning, in intelligence, in IQ. Like some people not belonging to some field still have a lot of knowledge in the other field. That is the thing you should, you know, even if you are belonging to some one field, it should not be that you don't know about the other field. But they know
Exactly.
everything about the other field. They have a good current affairs knowledge. And even they are putting off their points, they sound to me very mature and everything. So that is the best thing which I have learned from them. Patience is one of them. I will tell you, I had negative zero patience, like below negative, my patience was before meeting you guys. And it would take
Girls,
Yeah,
so much.
that
girls have
kinds
that,
of,
I think.
yeah, I mean, I I think that most people with a stammer has a lack of patience for themselves, including me. That is a fact. Like nobody can
You
convince me
guys,
that that is not a fact. But
uh,
mhm.
so like, so basically, if we just like speak on the fact that the people who stutter or people who do not stutter, many of them lack in being like really calm, basically. Uh, do you guys feel that is it because of lack of reading or lack of knowledge? Because patience comes from having knowledge, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Milos and
Uh,
Chirali.
like I don't think patience is something which comes with the reading. I am an avid reader, okay. Still I do have patience below negative. Like
Okay.
it's like it, things take time. You need to understand, and you need not to run like a marathon. We are not robots who are running in life. When we see people
Exactly.
others growing, no, we get a FOMO. Like the social media and the apps have created around us so much fake world around us that no one is showing their true colors, what is going on. In
We
everyday
are
life, also, we say people like posting best out of their videos, best of their scenes. So we are competing with themselves, them. We are not competing with ourselves. The day we start competing with ourselves, no, we'll have that patience. So that is what is required to learn. That won't come with the knowledge. That would come with when you sit with those kind of people and the environment. So that
Chirali.
I have.
Chirali just brought a lot of exactly of me, and that means
Okay.
that we agree on a lot of the points. But what I wanted to say, and also wanted to ask you a question, Chirali, about patience. I think it is a realization that you can't do the honest job without a patience. No matter if it is a small situation or something big, you cannot come into a situation without a patience, right?
Yeah.
It's so true that situations can't be dealt without patience. Like
Yeah,
even in speaking, sometimes when people stammer, they give themselves a pause. They take their time. They do apologize a lot of time, and I feel like they should not be apologizing. It's not their mistake. They are also frustrated somewhere in their mind that they need to speak and nothing is coming out. But they are patiently waiting. And when they wait, it's sometimes I can feel you guys on lot of levels, the how much vulnerability and how much helplessness you would be feeling over there, but
yeah,
you still patiently wait for the results to come without any expectations. Like I have seen people practicing with us on this app like past 3 years, 4 years, but they still have blockages. They don't feel like they are proper, but they still come and attend all the sessions in the day. That is what patience and determination require us. Like society must be telling them 100 things every day. The people they would be meeting making them cautious every day, but still they are patiently waiting, and that's what real patience and inspiration is. Hats off, guys, hats off. Like I don't have
thank you.
words to describe.
And on that point, like Pavandip knows that I had a phase where I would talk really slowly. Now I have increased my speed, but that is my personal thing, okay? But what I wanted to say, When I was talking really slowly like this for 3 or 4 weeks, people
And
would
you
tell me,
talk in a better way when you talk like this, in my opinion.
no, in your opinion, but I am more free in this way when I
But
have
I
a little
really feel
stammering.
that as a listener, I like to hear you in that manner more.
Maybe so, but my speech is my decision. I don't bother about yours, okay? So, what I wanted to say here, when I was speaking slowly like that, and the man in the store has asked me why you sound like a robot, you know? And then I have asked him, okay, do you want me to have a stammer or not? Like, what is the deal? Like, so either I would talk slow or have a stammer. And then he realized that he was talking nonsense. So I think that we all have our daily struggle to have, whether it's a stammer or like Nina G, she also has a stammer and dyslexia. So we are not a single issue people, right? We are dealing with multiple of things. What is your opinion? Do people have like awareness when they are speaking with someone that they are dealing with multiple of issues or not?
Uh, I think people can very much sometimes mask their emotions, mask their speech rates. Like truly sharing my experience when first 2 to 3 days I was taking the session. I used to have like participants from all over the world. But when I used to hear them, I used to like be like, what is different in them? Why they feel like they have this much flaws? I do fumble. If I get nervous, I do fumble. If I make mistake, I can stammer also. But
Mm-hmm.
it took me time when they started like switching on their cameras and I have seen their vulnerability and helplessness. When it takes time to speak one word in 2 minutes, then I understood that what the problem is really. And at times it's not just about something is going on upon their head, like something is already running in their mind, and while making that thing answerable to you, they'll stammer. But sometimes they are too much conscious even upon their alphabets that make them stammer too much, I have guessed. So that's how I learned that, you should not judge someone just standing, being like the other side. Let them have their time. Let them have them being open up. You don't have right to just speak of like your opinion, whatever you think like. It's not how it goes. Just wait.
Chirali, so what one thing what has been your best experience when you have been in those Stamurai calls? In the sense that I don't want you to name someone, but what is your best experience in the sense that the change that you have seen in a certain person in terms of their speech, and and how has that person been able to change himself or herself to become a much more fluent speaker?
Okay, so best experience I had when I was taking the call was there was this person who was always scared and fearful to present anything in front of the crowd. thinking that if I'll stammer or stutter, my biggest weakness would come out. So when I was with him, we had a word upon it, and he was like, "Moderator, I'll be trying tomorrow and going for the presentation and everything." I was like, "All the best. Whenever you'll be back in the session, give me the feedback." So when he came, he was like, "Moderator, I didn't slept whole night before my presentation." But when I went into the presentation for the starting 5 minutes, I drank water and had to calm myself down. But people still understood me. That was the time I was so proud of him that even there were 30 people who were not liking him, but still in the crowd of 5,000, he presented himself, gave the speech and the presentation, and came out of the stage. And after that, he himself volunteers every time for the presentation. And I'm so proud of him being, my participator, and I'm being his moderator. So yeah, I have seen him changing. In the starting, he used to, only participate in one round or two round of impromptu because he think like people are judging me over here. If my one answers comes wrong, what would people think? But slowly he got so much comfortable. He started switching on his camera, started sharing his daily life experiences, what has been through. After, like, while sharing his feedback, he'll tell me that this thing was going in my mind. I was anxious over here. I was too overwhelmed to think anything upon that topic. So he'll always define me those things. That is the progress which I have seen. I have seen one more person who was not able to clear his interview, thinking that he has stammering issue. He has a lot of skill, and the day he went for the last hope as an interview, before that he had a word with me half an hour before. I just told him that whosoever would be interviewing you won't be seeing your flaws, would be seeing your skills. Your speech doesn't matter over here, your skill does. So just
Exactly.
focus upon that and go for it. Even if
And this
you,
Chirali, I'm sorry for the interruption. This Chirali, I do agree, and this is the advice I got from an American stuttering hangout way back. Basically, you should be more focused on the content that you want to say than on the way you are saying. And this is why I increased my speed, because I was, in my opinion, I was more focused on the way that I'm speaking than on what I want to speak, and it was affecting my performances. But and also here I want to correct you. This is not for a Pavandip.
Okay.
People people misspell my name. It's not Miloš, but but it is Miloš. Okay,
okay,
so
Vijay.
just to have that be known.
Done.
Okay,
I'll
so
take care of it.
yeah, so Chirali, what is like? Did you had some bad experience during your moderation? Because I know that we can also be sometimes, I don't know,
Yeah,
unpleasant.
I did had a very unpleasant experience. During one of my substitute evening session, I don't know who was the person exactly, and he came suddenly. I accepted his request, and he came into the meeting, and he was like, you can't be on the main call, and you can't let the people enter into main call. I was so shocked for 15 minutes the way he shouted on me, raising his voice, because I don't like people raising voice in front of me because I didn't committed any mistake. It's rude. You can keep people on the main call, or you can assign them breakout room if whatever they would like to have. So I do ask everyone if they want to be in breakout room or they want to be in the main call, and then only I'll assign. So that guy pretty much talked to me very unpleasantly for 15 to 20 minutes. I got blank and I stopped smiling over there. I think that was the only moment in my calls that I didn't smile. Other than
Yeah.
that, you come anytime with me to meet me in any of the session, even while sipping on
I think we have a network.
so that is the case with it.
Okay. We
Yeah.
had a network connection, the issue for a second or two, but I think it's now okay again.
Very good. Yeah. So Chirali, so as you want to become a judge, and then you are studying law. Even last week, Nina ji had mentioned that uh, they are fighting uh, for the justice for people who stutter in the US, in the sense that they want to bring in certain rules and regulations that will actually help the people who stutter in the US to live better lives, because there is a lack of knowledge in somewhere. So they want to bring in some laws in the US. So Nina ji is actually fighting for that in US. I want to ask you that back there in India, because even I have lived my maximum life there in India, and I just came to the US in 2021. So I know what sort of level of awareness there is. So the main question, or the main point that I want to bring forward to you is that in future, once you become a lawyer or you become a judge, uh, do you think that there is a need for bringing in provisions in the Indian judicial system or the justice system to make the, I'm not saying only regarding jobs, I'm saying regarding making the life of a person who stutters better. Do you think that has to be fought in some way, or that has to be brought into the news more?
Okay, so as you yourself know, Pavandeep, over here in India, people lack a lot of awareness about what is exactly stammering is. So we need to come to that ground reality first to let the people know what kind of issues you face. It's not just you people fumbling over here and there. It's not just you people because you are nervous, you fumble, you stammer a little bit. It's not just something people can bully around and like over here people call in Hindi haklata hai. That is not correct to tell someone. It's too much wrong. You are giving and characterizing them. So that should
Yes.
not be happening. So I believe that it is required first to send the awareness and then to make laws.
And then the worst part is that people actually make jokes also, which is really
Yeah.
bad.
But you
And
have to
you know,
take, like, jokes can hurt you, okay? But I think that Americans have a saying, um, stones and sticks may break my bones, but words will never will, you know? So I do agree that some awareness is needed, but I'm still on the stance that that freedom of speech is actually more important. Like I wouldn't
Sure.
like to at least be classified like in special category, right? People who
It's
have a
not, no,
stammer.
no. No, no. I'm not speaking about giving a special right, but then I'm just speaking about giving people who stammer like their own stage, maybe, because it has happened millions of times. I think that especially when someone who stammers is going for a job, okay, interview, the person who is actually like interviewing the person is not selecting him or her just because the person is stammering. That
Yeah,
is just
that's so
one of
true.
the.
Okay, but let's see. Okay, I have my own private business business, right? And I have invest money in that private business. Okay, and
Yes, of
he
course.
at the end of the day has the right to select to whom he wants to give a job. Uh, and also, my friend told me one time when I raised the same question as you, Pavandip did, like, would you like to work for a person that thinks of you that, right? So I personally wouldn't like to work for a person that thinks on that level,
Yeah,
right?
I
See,
think,
Milosh, we are
yeah,
speaking on
Chirali.
that thing only, that we need to bring them to their level. It's not about how you speak and what your flaws have. Like it's a physical thing. It's not something kind of a spiritual or mental thing, right? People over here make fun of on the upbringing. They'll exactly mimic you the way. They'll try to lower down your confidence to such a level that you would
Mhm.
next time think you should not enter into any interview. So what I'm saying over here right now is that when someone is interviewing you, they should not be sympathizing with you that you stammer and they are selecting you. It should be your skills. It should be your
Exactly.
intelligence.
Yeah,
And that's
Because
how you should be selected.
I do
Because
agree.
people lack awareness over here.
I do
That is
agree
the
that
biggest issue.
that the direct teasing of you on, let's say, the interview for the job or something like that, that
and
should
then
be forbidden, right?
and
Uh,
then guys, like uh, I think that in like every team, like when you are working at a place, there are different teams, right? So in every team, there is a need for people who don't have to talk much and they just have to work on their skill sets. Actually, that is what will like help you to actually make your project better. So so rather than pushing and forcing people who don't want to actually talk, but they are really really good at their work, why
mhm.
not why not just use their like the work rather than forcing them to actually talk.
Well,
And one more
I
thing I
guess.
would like to
Mhm.
add
Please.
over here is that, everyone which I have met till now, it's not that they don't like to talk. Whenever you
Yes,
are comfortable around your people, you will talk. So
absolutely.
you should be given that comfortable environment so that you can talk.
Yes.
Everyone will come to me, they'll say, ma'am, moderator, I'm an introvert. But the way they talk with me for half an hour, I'll be like, how can you be introvert? Please tell me what's that. So you should be given
Yeah,
that comfortable environment and you'll be good
But
to go.
but one thing here, like we are walking on a thin line. okay, between
Yes, right, yeah.
forcing someone to hire you by all price, or you may think of them, okay, he didn't hire me because
And then
I
Miloš,
have
I
a stammer.
yeah.
But being teased or kind of disrespected on a personal way, there should be laws for that. Here, people can sue you in Serbia if you disrespected them on the personal level, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that that is the difference. So basically, back in India, as you know, the population is so much,
Yes.
and the amount of competition for getting jobs is also very high, very high.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, companies know that we will get a good person who can talk, who can work, like who has all the things that they require. Of course, they will then basically they will then like choose the person who has got all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But a person who is stammering, even though he might be better in more ways than one, he will not be then like selected because he is not able to talk in a fluent manner. That's it. So
But I
I
can, I,
actually, yeah, in
uh,
India, okay, yeah,
mhm,
yeah, in
yeah.
India only I'm saying, yeah,
Yes, I know,
but
I know.
in the countries like yours, Serbia, as the ratio of population, the younger population who are actually finding jobs is like 1:1 almost, you guys will have that job. But in India, the ratio is very skewed.
But you know, like here in Serbia, it's not only about population that is playing the game, okay? It's also the type of work. So usually people would try to get a higher paying work. So the ratio will not be 1:1. The programming jobs here in Serbia, it's not ratio 1:1. It's maybe
Yeah, of course.
10 or 15:1. But what I want,
15:1.
yes, but what I want to say here, and I hope that is the Indian case as well. Like, guys, don't be discouraged if you fail the
Yes, yes.
interview where someone would discriminate you because of the stammer you have. But think of that like this: you wouldn't like to work for that person because you would get that
Right.
treatment each time you go, right, to the job, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Do not
have to just be treated as a normal. So
absolutely.
don't feel like that you need a stage. You don't need a stage. You need
exactly.
equality, that
Yes.
you
I'm
are categorized as the same.
I have at least probably I can say that I have myself like given interviews over the years, and I can say that proudly that 95% of the interviews I have not been selected. So it's fine. Guys,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
is the
all
same case.
will do well.
It is the same
Absolutely.
case.
same with
Same
me.
case. Yeah. Same case for me in Serbia. The previous job that I lost the previous summer
Yeah.
in the IT field. So I am a programmer, Chirali, just to let you know. So basically, I searched for a job for 2 or 3 months, okay, and I failed and failed. And someone, I thought, okay, it's due to my speech, but you don't have the time to think about that.
Yeah.
You have to prepare yourself, right, for the next job, right? So yeah.
Actually,
So
let me tell
yeah,
you one thing very clearly, guys. Even if in the qualification or criteria, like flaws like, obesity or stuttering or your looks or your color is not the criteria, but still the interviewer sometimes takes those criteria into consideration and won't select you. I
Of
have
course.
faced this issue because I'm being obese. I have like 3 to 4 rejections just based on this, not on my skills. It's because people think in that way. If we go and think, then everything needs a special categorization, special stage. I can even say that there should be brand who should be making plus size clothes. Why always the model are slim and trim? Why always hair or space are slim and trim? So we can
Yeah.
fight on a lot of things. It's who we need to change our thinking, that it's not how God has made us. Everyone can be a different, it's just accepted. There is
Yeah.
no perfect structure
It's
going on in
like
our life.
it's like a big garden with different uh
flowers.
Flowers and perfume.
plants, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
So
different ones,
yeah.
different flowers. Yeah. So Chirali, now moving from that really serious question of whether
That
we
was
should have
a
a law or
heated
not. Yeah, because yeah, like
a heated
because someone,
debate.
yeah, there are so many different aspects to probably going for a law in different countries, and it actually differs from like one country to other. So yeah, but then if you ask me, I think back in India, we also deserve a law in some way, I think. Okay, so moving on to a question which
I'm
is,
Can I just, because I have another question that is not directly related to that, but I think
yeah,
it's good. It's a
please do,
good,
please do.
thank you. I think it's a good no, 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 continuation. Basically, Chirali, what do you think is a stammering? Like Nina G said, for her, stammering is a disability. Do you think it should be in laws like a disability or just a healthcare uh, condition?
Okay, so I think stammering is something can't be named as a disability according to me, because see, even with people with handicapped legs and hands,
Yes.
they try to move ahead in their life. They do great. When you yourself term something as so much degradable as disability, you are tapping it upon your subconscious mind. I would say stop tapping that. Like, I have read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind book, and I would recommend
Mhm.
everyone to read it. Once
Exactly. Yeah.
you get to know the power of yourself, there's no stopping you. You don't need any law or anything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
truly in India, there is a requirement, big requirement in health sector. We need a good speech therapist. We need a good doctors to understand you, to give you a good therapies, speech on speech. So that can be a requirement, but I would never agree upon this side that any kind of a thing is disability in yourself. When God takes something from you, know, He always gives you sixth sense. I would call it as in special power which everyone has. That's what makes you unique. Or else
Mhm.
God didn't need not needed to send you in this much populated, already making so much pollution on His earth, to you also on that contribution. He has sent you with
Mhm.
one purpose in life, and just enjoy that purpose in your life.
Nice.
That is basically my also stance on this, is that I don't view it as a disability. It's just a condition, a healthcare one, and it needs to be worked on. And yeah, that is all I would label it is, because you see Palandip, he has a PhD and he has accomplished so many things in his life. I as well, and I'm sure the rest of the viewers as well. So I wouldn't like to have that label, because then I would give them a reason. I mean, the people that do kind of look you in a
Sympathizing
demeaning
eyes.
way, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, then you give them a reason more to look at you in a demeaning way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just to say, just to probably add one more point to this, I think if you just define what a disability is, so a disability is something that is an ability which you cannot gain in your life. That is something is called
Exactly.
disability. And even I do, basically, I am on the same boat as you two. Stammering is not a disability because you can see various examples where people who used to stutter have actually become leaders and have become very good speakers. So yeah, and then on your point, Chirali, I think that with speech therapists and doctors, like who are more specialized in helping people who stutter, I think back in India, what I feel is that stutterers require specific people who are just motivators. That's it. And yeah, and now moving on to the next question, we would, so guys, Chirali is a very, very good guitarist and she sings in a beautiful way. So
And you
for
have
our,
paid, and you have paid tickets for a concert, so you have the access now.
yeah,
Oh God, then I'm
so,
getting my money.
so,
Okay, so
so
my
we
money
would
and
want
tribute would be like most of the
to,
likes, subscribes, and comments to our video. So
But
absolutely.
whosoever
but
is getting the
but
video.
just before you play, because I think that we can close the video with her, right? With her playing the guitar, okay? But
Sure.
just before that, I want to ask you, can you maybe ask a question for our next guest? It is um, the author of the book. It is Mr. Hanan, and yeah, he is also a person that has a stammer, but he is inspiring us with his books.
Okay. So, Mr. Anand sir, I have a question for you that if someone is too much demotivated to improve their stammering, what advice or what tip would you give them to overcome it and not to let them label it as a disability, but make them it as a power in their life?
Nice, nice. So
Right.
Chirali, so now a stage is yours.
Thank you so much, guys. So it's basically a Bollywood mashup, and I usually sing classical and retro songs a lot. That's
Uh-huh.
my genre to listen. I'm into K-pop music also, but not have started
Oh,
playing it yet. Okay,
huh, okay.
are you able to hear it? The
Yes, yes,
strumming and everything. Yeah.
we are.
Yes.
होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरे मेरी प्रीत अमर कर दो लाल किसी राजन कहूँ बंधन जब प्यार करे कोई तो देखे केवल नई रीत चला कर तो ये प्रीत अमर कर दो ओ सफरनामा सवालों का सफरनामा रात को जब चांद चमके जैसे तन मेरा मैं कहूँ सनराइज गली का चेहरा रात को जब चांद चमके जैसे तन मेरा मैं कहूँ सनराइज गली का तेरा मिलेंगे तन जिया तुमसे लगे रे लगे रे जाने क्या लगे रे लगे रे पिया तुमसे लगे रे शिव बोले पिया बोले क्यों ये बोले जानू ना जिया डोले हाले हाले क्यों ये डोले जानू ना कैसी रात है जो बहुत नसीब है चाहे जिसे दूर से दुनिया वो मेरे करीब है कितना कुछ कहना समा मैं कहूँ सपनों में दिखा क्या नहीं आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं दिल को बना ले जो पतंग साथे तेरी हवाएं हैं आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं शरारती नजाकत नजाकत ये शाखी शरारती नजाकत नजाकत बहुत खूबसूरत हो बहुत खूबसूरत हो आपसे इस तक दिल झूम झूम दे झूम झूम दे झूम झूम जाए किसी हूर हूर ना हूर हूर ना हूर हूर भाई
Nice.
That was very nice, very nice.
Thank you so much.
Very
I
nice.
think that we will need subtitles for the song because even though I guess it is on the Hindi language, right?
Yes, yes.
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 So
Hindi language,
uh,
yeah.
I didn't get a word you said, but I caught it all, like at least from the emotional side, you know.
Absolutely,
So
Okay.
absolutely.
The last.
Uh, I
okay,
think,
nice.
yeah, I think you did very well. Like you certainly made my day better with your song. Any final comments for this video, especially for the viewers? And mind you, our viewers will be mostly who have or who are facing this issue, and for us on
Yeah.
what more things can we do?
Okay, so guys, for you, I don't feel like, you take podcast. You have a fun conversation with someone else. You make so much comfortable. I didn't knew also that when this time flew with you guys, I can sit hours with you guys and laugh and talk. So that's how comfortable you are making me. And it's such a
That is
great
how
initiative to spread
that mhm.
awareness. Thank you so much for this initiative. And for all the viewers who are watching it every day, I would tell you don't let it sit in your subconscious mind. Always have a positive way of looking to the things. Let people talk shit. It's you who have remote control to your life and enjoy it to the fullest. Every day you
Exactly.
should have the moment to reconnect with which made you smile. So be happy, guys. Be successful. Keep growing and keep glowing like me.
Thank you,
Nice.
Chirali. Thank you for being here. Miloš, any comments on uh like what has been your whole uh experience with
Besides being
our
in breakout room, it's my first time meeting him personally on the camera, I guess.
okay, okay.
Ah, okay.
And Miloš,
Thank you.
what final comments you have for the viewers?
Yeah, I want to say to you all, like, even though the fluency should be at the end goal of ours, I think happiness should be the first. So, as Chirali said, live your life to the fullest, whether you are currently in the bad crisis or not. You all have something to contribute to world, and that is all. I really enjoyed this session with you, Chirali and Palandip, and this is how the podcast should be. They should be careless. There should be some heated debate. There should be something to intrigue the viewers, something that will spark the comment sections as well. So yeah,
Thank you, Miloš. So, guys, firstly, we will want to thank Chirali, and we will
thank you,
want
Chirali.
Chirali to be back again, maybe after a few months, because I am sure that she will have uh, more intriguing stories for us to share of the life of the people who stutter. And I think that you all can learn a lot from what she says. As we always say, Milos and myself, through this Unblock Your Starter podcast, our main aim is the love of fluent speech. That is the reason why we are bringing you such videos, so that you all can bring those positive aspects of the people we are bringing for you in your own lives. So thank you for being with us
Thank you.
again. Please watch our video, like, share, and
Share and
subscribe.
Subscribe
subscribe.
So
And
and
have full
and
comments.
be sure to ring the bell so you
yes.
get the latest of the notifications. Okay, bye guys.
And
So good to see you, ambassadors, guys. Thank
Same,
you
same
so
as
much
well.
for having me. Bye bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Enjoy the weekend.